Hi everyone, it's Kristi. I wanted to show you something I ordered. I have a bunch of these little cups, and I have mugs, and I have miscellaneous little, like I have a cafeteria tray with stuff in it. I can't pull it out right now because everything would fall over. But I was watching a video came up in my YouTube recommendations about this tower that was from Harbor Freight, which apparently they no longer carry it. Harbor Freight would carry it for $18.99. Walmart carries the exact same thing, same measurements, everything, $89. I can't justify that. But when I was looking on Amazon, these plastic ones came up, and of course people were making, DIY Dollar Tree out of the stove burner covers and all that. I don't have time for that. So I think it's fabulous that they're so creative, though. I would never think of stuff like that. But anyway, I saw these. These came up for $11, and it's a cosmetics organizer, 360-degree rotation, high capacity, adjustable height, multi-dimensional storage, saves counter space. So I'm hoping it doesn't have 400 pieces, parts. Looks like not too bad. But I don't know how big 31 centimeters is. I don't have anything metric around me. So this box is 12 by 9.5, so okay, I know it can't be any taller than 12 inches, but if it has adjustable shelves, I might be able to get things, maybe my ink pads and my tapes and miscellaneous things, and then put some of these cups on the top of it, because I have, cups of brushes and tools and such. I don't know. We'll see. But I ordered 2 of them. They're completely, revolving, so I'll let you know how it comes out. It'll be interesting to see, and I know these little bottles are a little tiny, so that's a very small space. And but anyway, yeah, I'm just curious. I didn't want to buy $20 worth of Dollar Tree product to make something when I could buy something for 11 bucks that's already put together. So I ordered 2. We'll see. I'll let you know. Excuse me. But if you're, oh my gosh, not again. I'm fine. Well, you know what the thing is? My kids sleep late. My husband goes to work early. I don't talk to anybody except the dog until about noon. So that's why my throat's always froggy when I'm recording. But I was worried this morning. The sun did not come out until about, I don't know, half an hour ago. And I was like, yay, okay, I can videotape now. Videotape. Listen to me. I'm old. I can record now. But anyway, I want to show you where we are with our tall journal. This does measure 11.5 inches tall and almost 5 inches wide. Yesterday, excuse me, yesterday we did the cover, and I sewed around the front and back cover, and then I Mod Podged it so you can see that it's nice and shiny. I don't know if that shows through for you, but I did Mod Podge it, and I went through, put the signatures together, sewed all the lace, and I've left all the strings. They're hanging everywhere. I don't usually do that. In fact, this one's really long. I think it must have been tucked in somewhere. It doesn't need to be 8 inches long. But, yeah, so I've sewn lace trim on every other designer page, and I went ahead and sewed the signature into the book. Now, I scored on this center line. So this isn't like a flat back half-inch spine, but I wanted to give it almost, it's almost a rounded effect on that. And I don't know if I'm going to cover with this with lace or not. We'll see. I think it would be real pretty to have some lace on the side. I thought about doing it here, but I don't like it. And I really love this lace, so I might have to dig through some of my stash and see what else. But this ecru color crochet trim is what I used on the pages. It's really thick. So I'll just show you real quick. I've got the designer page, I've got dictionary, coffee dye, I've got envelope, and on this envelope, where did I put it? It's just upside down. So we have a tuck here. I did sew top and bottom, and there's a tuck here. I'm sorry, I have ink everywhere because I have been prepping all morning for you. There's the garden book page. There's some coffee dyed grid paper, graph paper. Here's another envelope. That's the invitation envelope, so it has just a pocket there. And what else is in here? Got some ledger paper. Oh, I just love this page. I think that's my favorite. I keep saying that. All of these papers are my favorite. There's the hem page, and then the doily, and there's the center. I did do a 5-hole pamphlet stitch this time. That's the first time I've ever done it. I think I did pretty well. I didn't have any mishaps, and it's basically not any harder than the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. It's just a couple extra holes. So, but I wanted to do that because of those envelopes, and this being so tall, I didn't want the envelope to have one stitch and then kind of slide around. So I made sure the envelopes fell between here and here where the holes were. And so anyway, the rest is the same, but it's a nice thickness. I don't know if that's too close and blurry for you, but and I didn't even worry about this hanging out or anything like that. So I've been prepping this morning the ephemera to go inside. You can see my little checklist here. I've gotten down to the tag portion. If you are curious of what to put in a journal and you're interested, this is in my Facebook group files section. It is a freebie. They print out 4 to a page. I don't always do everything on the list, but it helps me kind of think, oh, what do I want to do for this? What do I want to do for that? Like, for instance, the pockets, I have 4, but in this journal, because it was so tall, I did 6, 3 on a page. And I have prepped all of these things. So let's see how far we get. This is the first thing that I wanted to share with you, and I think this turned out so cute. Sometimes, it just says cluster. And usually when I'm doing a cluster, I just grab a few things, staple them together, and put a button or something on top. But I was playing with these, and I had a scrap, and I thought, oh, I should punch a butterfly out of that. And so I did, and then I took out the light pink pearls. I have 3 colors of pink flatback pearls, so I used the lightest one and put that on there. And anyway, I thought we'd make this together. I think that turned out really cute. So I have a piece of this trim, and you know what? I inked everything over here on the side except for this. How is that for? Well, at least it's small. So I'm going to ink around this one. The inking just helps everything stand up. And so this is going to go here. I'll go ahead and ink everything while I'm at it. I got one of the words from the collection. This is the Pink Monarch Prints Gypsy Rose Journal Kit. And it has a whole sheet of these words. So I picked for my butterfly clusters, fly and rise. I thought that would be appropriate. I got up about 7:30 and got online and did my Walmart grocery shopping, so it's supposed to be delivered here in a little bit. They've done something new though. This time I just happened to go in there because I always check and see what they substituted. And it said, you have until 11:30 a.m. to approve these substitutions. And I was like, whoa, I never have seen that before. So I approved them all. So it was only 3 things, which is rare for a Saturday morning, because especially at the beginning of the month, it seems like they run out of everything. So I don't bother going into the store anymore because it's kind of chaotic and the shelves are still quite empty. A lot of Walmart shoppers. So I'm just putting this on the top half of this lace piece. And then there again, you can tell when it's dry or mostly dry by the temperature. It's cold when you first put it on. And then I will trim the edge there, just so that's straight. Okay, and I have 3 packages out for delivery today. Well, they're not all mine, but the family has product out for delivery. So kind of halfway listening for the doorbell, because as soon as you record, isn't that when it goes? Alright, so that one was this way. Let's do this one this way. This will be just the opposite. And I love this butterfly punch. I went the other day to buy another punch, and the gal said, oh, these aren't on sale. And I was like, I thought the punches were on sale this week. She goes, well, not this one. So I said, okay. So she put it back, and then I got home and I looked it up and it was on sale. So now I have to wait again. So I think they go on sale again this week, because I wanted to get the tag topper. It has like a scallop, different punch, and I can't justify paying $25 for a punch, but if it's 40% off, you know, I don't mind so much. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue there and get some of these flat backs. And I kind of like them when they're together. It looks like the pink pearlescent body of a butterfly. I remember one time when my kids were, oh gosh, maybe 5, 7, and 9. We were doing science, and I ordered one of those Monarch butterfly kits. That was fun. A little strange, but it was fun. And we had 2 butterflies that when they emerged, I don't know if they're, I guess their wings are sticky when they first, what do you call it, hatch? Anyway, they got stuck together. And I didn't know they were stuck together until we released them. And the kids knew, but they didn't say anything. I didn't know. And yeah, they were flying around connected like that when we let them go. So I hope they made it. Alright, now I'm just going to put that bow right down here at the bottom of the rise. This font is a little difficult to read. I don't know, sometimes I look at it and it's like, what does that say? It's me. I think it's because the rest of the R is missing, but I still like it. It's very swervy. Is that the word? Swirly. Swirly. I don't know. Okay, so there we go. Now we've got 2 clusters. Well, this is what I'm calling a cluster for today. I think those are cute. So I will attach those probably to the top of a page as a tuck spot. So there we go. That's 2. All right, so when I prep it, I make a mark, and when I actually put it together ready to go in the book, I usually exit. So the next thing we have is flip overs. And all I've done is taken a couple of the tags from, oh, I didn't ink this one either, from the collection. These happen to be 2.5 by 4.5. So I have scored, let me remember how I did this. I have a template because I can never remember this. So I have a template. It doesn't matter the width. This is the length of the 4.5 tag. So from the bottom I score 1.5. And then I flip it around, and from the top I score 1.25, and that leaves me 1 3/4 in the middle, and it doesn't have that big gap over here. So that's why I do it that way. Okay, these don't need, they have some from the designer, so they don't need a lot. Okay. Well, you could do it either way, but I like it with the ruffles on the top. Okay, so the only thing I'm going to do to this, and you've seen me do this many times, is I'm going to put lace on the bottom, on the back side. So I've got some lace over here. I'm trying, there again, the stuff from the previous project I always leave over on the side, on my left, and so I'm trying to use up what I've started, and I did use up quite a bit of it today. Okay, let's trim that. There we go. So when that, and I may come back and put some flat back pearls on there, because I think that would be cute. But I want to let that lace dry first. I usually don't put the pearls on until the very last thing. And get me another paper clip here to hold that. Run some glue. And then trim that off. Okay. These Target paper clips, the ends are really sharp, and I've been having a problem with them tearing my papers when I'm clipping stuff together. I have to be real careful. So I've got all my flat back pearls over there, so I may put some of those on in a minute. We'll see. I've glued my ink pad to the table. No? Okay, good. Alright, let's see what's next. So I've got, that is my flip over. So now I've got some clips, and I just did a very basic clip. All I did was take a paper clip and put it on the back of this piece and glue it to the back of a tag. These tags are 1.5 by 3.25. And I think because it's a tag, I just want to punch a hole in the top and put a piece of the seam binding. So let's punch a hole. I'm going to, if I punch that hole, is that going to be, maybe I'll use the little one because I don't really want to I'm going to come at it this way. I don't want to get too close to the edge where that rips out, so I may not be able to use the seam binding here. Yeah, make sure that's centered. Sometimes when you get too close to the edge, you know, it'll want to rip out, but let's see. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that in there at all. My fumbly bumbly fingers. Let's fold it in half and fold it in half again. That didn't seem to work too well. If I can get a hold of it, yeah, there we go. All right. Not trying to get both pieces through, I'm just going to tie a half knot at the top. And I'll do it on this side. Yeah, that'll work. And clip and quit traveling. Clip. Okay, one down. Let's do this one. Fold it in half and fold it in half. So I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. It's been nice and quiet around here. Not too much going on. We used to have, you know, I live across the street from a junior high, and before COVID, there used to be a lot of noise out there, but sadly now there's maybe a few kids come and practice, but not an awful lot going on out there. Okay, all right, so then these will clip on the side of a page, either at the top, like this. They will stick out a little bit, maybe 1/4 of an inch, but you could also use them on the side of a page, like that. And that's how I'm thinking we're going to use them on the side of a page, since these pages are so long. So there we go. Now we've got the 2 clips. Okay, so I just keep piling more garbage up over there at the top. I don't know why I save these little tiny pieces thinking, well, I'll use them in a cluster or something. And I do sometimes. Let's see. Okay, so let's do, gosh, I hope I'm still recording. Sometimes this camera, yeah, it says I have 5 minutes. Wow. Okay, then let's do our belly bands. I took some of the larger envelopes that I had cut out, so I didn't have to reprint anything, and I cut those down to use for the belly band, the larger envelopes, because the smaller ones fit inside the journal pretty well. So just going to ink around this real quick. I really am liking this Distress ink. It's I don't know if it's the color I like or the oxide. Not Distress ink, but the Distress oxide. But I do like this color. This is Gathered Twigs. So I think I'm going to do very basic for this. I'm going to run glue on the top of the bottom. Not everything has to be 42 pieces. And sometimes I like the simpleness of it. Just having a little bit of lace, letting the paper, you know, show, because these papers are, well, they don't need any of my help. They're gorgeous. Just like that will be our horizontal belly band, and let's do our vertical one. And we have a vertical and horizontal belly band. We have our clips, and we have our clusters. So come back tomorrow and let's make something else. See you next time. Thanks for watching.